Brothers and sisters, Trinity de Guzman coming at you right now from the amazing Castle Lake up by Mount Shasta in Northern California. I don't know how many of you know about this place or have been to this place, but it is pure magic. And I actually lived here at Mount Shasta for about 4 months in the woods by myself around 2012. And oh man, this video is going to be so awesome. I'm just so grateful to be updating you right now and sharing this adventure that we call life together. So let me tell you a little bit about my story living in Mount Shasta. And actually, it's a great segue with the fact that a person messaged me with a video a couple days ago or just like a week ago. And one of the things that he shared with me was like, you seem like such a happy guy. It doesn't look like you've had a very difficult life. And, my response to him was actually, it's because I've had probably the most difficult life or the most intense life full of like hardships and challenges that I am the way I am today. The reason that my vibration is as high as it is and I am as light as I am is because of the difficulties and the hardships that I've experienced and the work that I have done with myself. I have spent years literally just doing nothing but my own inner work. And fortunately, I've been able to, manifest a reality where the daily mundane things of a job and having to pay living expenses didn't worry so much because, living in other countries, you can survive off like a few $100s a month. And really, there was a friend of mine actually that messaged me a few days ago. Amazing, amazing brother. One of the most amazing people I know on the planet, actually. And he's this, incredible, heart-centered, like, coach and international, like, speaker and leader and a TED Talk speaker. And he's just so inspiring to me and vice versa. We just help each other level up so much. And with that being said, it's so important to surround yourself with people who inspire you, and people who lift you up, people who make you feel like you want to keep leveling up and who are inspiring to you, not people who bring you down. All the people who bring you down, I will say boldly right now, get rid of those people in your life. It's not exactly the easiest thing, but it's the thing that will serve you the most. And it might sound selfish, but honestly, selfishness from this perspective of serving yourself first so that you can have so much more to serve with the world and share with others is the greatest form of service. So take care of yourself first. Don't surround yourself with people who bring you down. Surround yourself only with the highest vibrational beings, only with people who you want to be more like, not the opposite. And I know, like I said, it's not exactly easy. And, I've had my fair share of difficulties with this, and a lot of people won't understand. Don't expect them to understand. You don't even need to explain it. But really, it's about just being so much more deliberate about who you share your energy with. Because when you're in the space with somebody else who, isn't a vibration that you most necessarily want to be like, then you, as energetic beings, are literally like on top of each other, in and on each other. And you guys are sharing each other's energy. You're getting their energy, they're getting your energy. And, that's why it's so important to surround yourself with people who you really enjoy their energy, because you don't want to be getting anybody's energy who you don't like, and you don't want to be, sharing your energy or being drained of energy with people who do just that, drain your energy. So that's just a little tangent about Phil, this brother, Phil Drolet. He's the owner of the Feel Good Lifestyle. So much love to him. And he messaged me a few days ago, and he's like, dude, can we talk? Do you have any time right now? Like, I'm going through some things that I feel like you would really understand. And so I I messaged him. I was like, yeah, I'm here for you, brother. And we got on the phone together, and he's like, so this is the thing. I won't go into the details of it, but he was going through these emotional releases. And he's like, but it's so draining. Like, I don't really have much time or energy, more so than time. I don't have as much energy, excuse me, to be doing all the other things that I want to be doing in my life. And I was like, this is the most important thing. He's like, he specifically said, I don't really have time to do my work, and I responded to him because this is what someone shared with me. I had this incredible teacher and master come into my life, and many of them actually. And this one person shared with me, this is the real work. What you do for money is what you do for money. That's not the work. This work that we're talking about, this inner work of like coming back to remembering who we really are, is the most important work. Our soul's journey is why we are here. You know, this whole thing that like we're operating in this physical world of like, having to get a job and, figure things out with this family and things like that, passions and excitement and fun. Those are all, kind of just like frilling around the cake. The meat of it all, the core, is the soul's journey. And that is why we come here. That is why we come into these physical bodies and we script this beautifully scripted play, and we act it out with ourselves as the self serving the self. And we go on this journey to remember, to learn, to come back to who we really are. And we have all these, ups and downs and twists and turns and apparently difficult experiences. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not, you know? But essentially, they're all amazing at their core. Why? Is because they're serving you to come back to yourself. Everything that we experience in life does just that. It brings us back to ourselves. And that leads me to this video that I shared, or this video response that I got from a brother, amazing brother, who was sharing with me how much he wanted to be a part of this vision. And I appreciate that so much. And if any of you want to make videos for me, let me tell you now that I will watch it and I will respond to you. And I love them so much. And so he was sharing that it seems like I haven't had a very difficult life. And in fact, I've had probably one of the excuse me. It's a morning time right now. I haven't had my water yet, actually. And I have had one of the most difficult experiences in this physical life than probably anybody you've met. The reason I was living in the woods for 4 months was because I got married and divorced within 6 months. That is a whole story in and of itself. And I look so forward to going into what that taught me. But in a nutshell, it showed me all the unconsciousness that I had around relationships, and fortunately brought that all into the light so I could have nothing but consciousness around what it really means to relate with another, what love really is. It shattered everything that I thought I knew about love and allowed me to come into the woods, into the womb, essentially, and be reborn, to figure out and relearn what love really is. Unconditional love, what that really is, what that really looks like. Not possession or ownership or expectation or sexuality, which we all mix into this one word we call love. Oh man, this is something that I am so passionate about. This whole conversation, especially around relating with another being, because this journey taught me so much about that. And I just have so much to share about it. But continuing on with the story of the difficulty is, you know, I was married, I was divorced, I've been to jail. I went to jail because I've heard too many stories about people who fled from the cops on a motorcycle. I thought I could have, but it wasn't as easy as you'd expect it to be. That's again another story that's so amazing. And I'll go into all of these stories in, my emails that I share with you, actually. I love telling stories in those emails. And, on top of that, I've had everything stolen from me. I've lost everything again and again. I've hitchhiked one time from Nicaragua across 6 countries, across Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, Mexico, and the United States. I hitchhiked with no money to San Diego, Southern California. And I've had everything stolen from me again and again and again, let me tell you that much. And so, and that's just scratching the surface. I'm just sharing this because I want you to know that it hasn't been all smiles and rainbows and leprechauns and pots of gold, It's just been this journey. And I have taken my opportunities, the difficult times, to really go within and do my work. Find the things that were out of alignment, the beliefs that I thought were true that weren't. Because if anything doesn't feel good, all that is it's a sign of a thought or a belief that is not true. Let me share that again. If anything doesn't feel good that you are thinking or in your life, it's simply a signpost to a belief that isn't true. And so we have to do the work to find those beliefs and clean them up and come back to our essential truth. And that is what this whole journey is all about. And so I'm here in Mount Shasta because I just bought an RV. I just had an amazing ceremony with Madre about a week ago, and she showed me as we are together creating the first public Ayahuasca Church in the United States. This is about receiving. This is another topic I'm so passionate about because we grow up in this world and we feel like we have to, or we don't feel, we feel because we are taught. We are taught that we have to do and create and strive and go for the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And so we're in this endless loop of, like rats in a little hamster wheel, or hamsters in a hamster wheel. And for a lot of people, they don't even know that they're unconsciously spinning, living the same mediocre life again and again, day after day. And it's up to us as a conscious, awoken beings to recognize in our own lives that we cannot live these patterns and that we need to live life as choice in every moment, as what really inspires our own growth and our own service to the world. And for me, this conversation about working is so fascinating because when it comes to receiving, and receiving is an art, a lot of us are taught how to not receive, that we're not worthy, that we don't deserve it, that we're not good enough. And these are the beliefs that I'm talking about that we need to, come within to remember that we deserve anything and everything that we could possibly desire. And I know these are just words right now that are entering your conscious mind, but when you sit with me, when you come into the space that we are here to create as awoken beings together, these beliefs seem to just vanish. And it's because of the vibration that we hold as awoken, self-actualized beings who understand who they really are, who we are as spirit, source, God, divine, I am, manifest into the physical world, capable of truly anything that we set our minds to, and together, unstoppable in the awakening that we are here to bring to the world. And so I'm sharing this because it's this conversation of receiving that is so profound, and there are so many facets to it. But really, receiving happens when you are in the space of stillness, in the state of bliss, in the state of joy and gratitude. when you essentially, as simply stated, when you feel good feeling feelings, you are in a state of receiving all that you could have ever wanted in your life. And if you do not feel good, because essentially there's only two emotions, and this is the 101 of manifestation. If you feel good, you're manifesting and attracting everything that you want in life. And if you don't feel good, you're attracting all the things you don't want in life. It's really that simple. And so our job is to make sure that we are so aware of our vibrational state in every moment. Now, 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 and now. Oh, excuse the sound. There's just a bunch of people coming around talking. But the point that I'm getting to is your job, our job as vibrationally aware beings is to be present to how we feel in each moment. And when you do that and you set your intention, your number one intention to be nothing more than to feel good in every moment, then you are in the most powerful state of receiving that you could possibly be in. And so that is my job right now, our job together as we are creating this center, is to receive the funds for this. And that's incredibly progressing. It's not something you can rush. The conversations with the investors are going so well. We're having meeting number 3 very soon. It's an incredible roundtable meeting where there's the 2 investors, their partners, and then there's me and my partners, high-level core team people, and then both of our attorneys. And we're going to get together and we're going to start talking about numbers. And the ask is 2 million. And this is for real. We're really going to be receiving this. I feel that to the depth of my core. And our job, my job specifically as somebody leading this or leading this together, is to receive and be in the state of vibrational alignment that I can most powerfully be in. So I was shown to get an RV and to go spend as much time in nature this summer as I can. Because when we are in nature, we are in the most powerful alignment with who we really are. Because nature is who we really are. And of course, when you surround yourself with this vibration of your source, then of course it becomes easier to be that. And so I'm going to be spending a lot of time in nature, making videos all over amazing, beautiful places. And of course, still working, moving this forward, doing what I need to do, working with my team, and bringing this to the world for all of you. There's nothing that excites me more than my service for the awakening, and of course, serving the feminine. That is what my life is about. And when I say serving the feminine, I look at myself as a servant of love, a servant of the goddess, and a servant of awakening. And that, again, is a whole story that I can go into, which is so beautiful. And it's very much related to my experience with the marriage and getting divorced and really learning, what our world needs, how we as men need to step up, and what it really means to be an awoken masculine in the world with purpose, with certainty, with direction, with service, and with the gentlest love to every being we come in touch with. And how we are here to serve the feminine so that she can blossom, bloom, and, be the awakening. I really see that the keys to our awakening lies in the divine feminine. For she, love, and I say feminine and masculine not as male and female, but as energies that we all have. We all have masculine and feminine, and so we thus need to honor the masculine and feminine within ourselves, first and foremost. And then, when we are balanced, centered, here, now. A lot of you have seen my tattoos in my videos, and that's essentially what they represent, It's the divine masculine and the divine feminine. It's the way of the warrior and the way of the wizard. It's action, intention, direction, vision, focus. And then there's receiving, receptivity, love, allowing, flow. And in the center, there's balance. They're Celtic runes. And you want to see him? Want to see him? You can't really see him. That's strength, that's illumination, and that is balance. God, I love making these videos. I have so much fun with them. And so I continue my adventure, asking the question every day, how can I make this day and how can I make this moment as fun as I can possibly be? Let's make an adventure for not only ourselves, but for everybody around us, continuing to serve not only ourselves, like I said, first and foremost, making sure that we are solid, connected, aligned, full of bliss and joy and gratitude, and then from there, serving everybody around us. So we're receiving the amazing funds to be able to build the center in Portland, and I'll just keep updating you as everything progresses. It's not something that we can rush, it's just a state of knowingness that we can sit in and receive from the highest place of expectation and gratitude, as you know, that really is the most powerful place that we can receive anything in our lives. And from here, I'll just keep sharing. I'm so grateful so much. Thank you so much for watching this video, for being on this journey with me, and I look so forward to seeing you in my next video. Check out the links in the description if you want more information on our ayahuasca retreats in Peru or in the United States, launching the first public ayahuasca center in the United States. And oh my God, I'm so happy to be bringing this to the world with all of you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah.